What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we've got a lot of great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So according to Alex NL, or NL, ANIEL via Twitter, and he is a Resident Evil / Traveler fan / biz dev manager for Brave Wave Music and author of the RE history book. He is saying on Twitter that Resident Evil Revelations on the Nintendo Switch requires a whopping 26 gigabytes of SD card storage space. So this is something that a lot of fans are still somewhat confused on, so let me make sure that I clear this up for you guys exactly. So Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch will come in a collection. You can buy it individually, digitally, or you can buy it in a collection, okay? And the collection is $40, and it comes with Resident Evil Revelations 1 on cartridge and a digital code for Resident Evil Revelations 2. So no matter what, you're going to have to download Resident Evil Revelations 2. There is no actual real physical version of Resident Evil Revelations 2, so you are going to need an SD card unless you have 26 gigabytes of storage space available on your Nintendo Switch, which I would say that most people don't, because out of the box you get about what, 28 or so. So most people probably are going to need an SD card in order to download this game. Now, some of you guys are probably asking, why so much space? Well, the reason why there's so much space is because this game comes with everything packed onto it. You get all of the episodes, okay? It's not episodic like it was on the PS4 and Xbox One when it first launched. You get all of the episodes all on one download, or whatever the case is. You get all the DLC, you get the raid mode, you get the HD Rumble, you get the split screen co-op, all of that stuff comes on there for $20, okay? And if you go on the Xbox One version of the game, which I have right here, this is the Xbox One version of the game, and of course, Xbox games, no matter what, it's always going to take up space on your hard drive no matter what. Whether you have the physical or the digital, this is the physical version, it still takes up your hard drive space. Now, this one says it'll take up to 24 gigabytes of storage, but I do think that there's some DLC that was released after the physical version that didn't come on here, and you can download it from the store. This comes with everything when it comes to Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 that has been released. You get the complete experience. So if it's 24 gigabytes on the Xbox One, I'm pretty sure it's going to be right around the same file space or a little bit bigger on the Nintendo Switch, because with the MT framework, as far as what they use for this engine, I don't really think they're going to make any compromises when it comes to the graphics or anything like that, because it doesn't really max out or tap out the Xbox One or PS4 anyways. So I'm pretty sure it's going to look exactly the same graphically, as far as resolution, frame rate, everything's going to be pretty similar to what you've already experienced on consoles. So I can see it being 26 gigabytes. Now, this isn't officially confirmed since it is coming from this guy instead of officially from Capcom, or maybe by the time that you're watching this video, maybe it does get officially confirmed. But from what we do know right now, and according to him right here, he's saying it's 26 gigabytes of space, and I don't see why he'd lie. And then also checking Resident Evil Revelations on the Xbox One, which is 24, it says up to 24 gigabytes. And even in this version, there is 2 playable side stories, 4 character costumes, raid mode throwback map pack, raid mode characters Hunk and Albert Wesker. So there was even extra DLC added onto this one, so you're going to get all of that stuff and even more. Anything else that I didn't download, it's all going to be on there when it comes to Resident Evil Revelations 2 on the Nintendo Switch. The first game, I don't know the size of it, I don't know the PS4 or Xbox One size, but I'm guessing that it's going to be on a 16 gigabyte card or less. That's what I'm just guessing. So you get all that as far as the content on that game as well. So what do you guys think about this? Does this change what you're going to do with this game? Are you going to be picking up an SD card? I highly suggest picking up an SD card, especially because Black Friday, because this game comes out after Black Friday, okay? Black Friday is going to be going down in November, right before Thanksgiving. Then this game comes out the 28th. So if you're here in the States or in Europe, you're probably going to be able to pick up an SD card for very cheap. So like 128 gigabyte, or maybe even a 200 gigabyte for less than $50 to $60. So you can wait if you're looking to get this game and get an SD card on the cheap when it comes to Black Friday or just the holiday sales or deals in general. So will you guys be downloading this, and what do you guys think about it? I know I'm going to be picking it up. I have a 200 gigabyte SD card for my micro SD card, I should say, for my Nintendo Switch, so I definitely will be picking it up as far as the collection goes. So let me know what you guys think about that comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Amazon Japan sells out of Nintendo Switch stock in 30 minutes flat. So the Nintendo Switch stock situation, Go Nintendo writes, in Japan continues to be quite dire, I would say so. And Amazon Japan put up another round of Nintendo Switches up after the sellout of last week as far as Monster Hunter and all of that. Consumers were able to grab it up at their free will, but that only lasted for 30 minutes. The entire round, which Amazon Japan usually gets pretty good stock of, depleted, gone, vanquished in 30 minutes. Now, the next guaranteed option is through My Nintendo Store, which will open orders on September 12th in Japan and will be delivered for the set on October 24th to October 27th. So things are getting pretty crazy in Japan when it comes to Nintendo Switch stock. Obviously, we're seeing the sales numbers continue to go up, continue to be good. It's hovering around the 50 to 60, 70 range. And then a little bit ago with Splatoon 2, it was like in the 100,000 range or right around there. So we're seeing some pretty good stock compared to what we saw after launch, and hopefully Nintendo can keep this going. But man, it seems like the Switch, no matter what type of stock they get and no matter how much they get in, people are just still going to just rush to pick it up, which is something that you want to have. You want to have that problem, but then again, at the same time, we're starting to hear some clamors here and there from Japanese gamers like, man, I'm just going to give up on it. There's never any stock. Like, what's going on here? You have to be really quick, or you have to get in those crazy lottery lines in order to get one. So that's something that Nintendo definitely has to fix when they can. I know they're doing the best that they can as far as that goes, but the anticipation for what's going on with the Nintendo Switch, what Nintendo's been doing with this system, we all knew it was going to be popular as far as Japan goes. That wasn't the question. It was whether it was going to be popular in the US and in other areas as well. Now in Japan, it was going to be a different beast altogether. Nintendo's allocated a lot of stock there. They're selling quite a bit of units each week in Japan, well over 50, 60,000 units or so. But whatever they can do to kind of bump up production, I think they're definitely going to be doing that. We're seeing that quite a bit when it comes to the games. Monster Hunter Double Cross has also created a little bit more of a buzz as far as the Nintendo Switch, and Splatoon 2 continues to sell the system no matter what. In addition to ARMS, that sold another, I think, 5,000 copies for that style of game, or another 5,000 copies this long after launch. We're going into the second month now, and ARMS is still in the top 15 as far as sales goes. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well, still in the top 15 in terms of sales. So very good there. We're seeing some long legs from Nintendo's IPs, in addition to Splatoon just continuing to sell at such a steady and good rate. Over 1 million units sold. So those games are going to continue to sell on the Switch, obviously, and there's going to be more games coming out that's going to continue to help sell it. But I do feel that Nintendo definitely needs to bump things up, which they said that they have. It's going to be interesting to see what they have for Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem Warriors comes out at the end of the month, and I think that was strategically planned because Monster Hunter Double Cross was pretty close, so they don't want to launch those two games when it comes to stock. So I'm guessing that they said, hey, let's put it at the very end of the month, and they're probably going to have a good allocation, maybe up to 100,000 units available then, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. Plus, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 just launched for the Nintendo Switch in Japan. Not sure how that one's going to do. This will be interesting to see on the Media Create next week, so we'll see how that does and how that affects stock or impacts sales or whatever the case is. But either way, man, sucks for the Japanese gamers out there. Definitely feel your pain, but hopefully things are getting better when it comes to the stock coming in and all of that. Nintendo has said that they're going to bolster things up a bit. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Suda51 says that he has a lot of love for the Nintendo Switch, and Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes is a perfect fit for the system. So in an interview with Destructoid talking about Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, the most talked about game pretty much on this channel in the past week or so, director Suda51 has had many positive things to say about the Nintendo Switch. Translator James Mountain replayed the following information. Quote, he feels that the Nintendo Switch has a lot of possibility as a console. There's a lot of new things it's trying out as a piece of hardware. There's a lot of things he'd be able to do by putting the game on the Nintendo Switch that he wouldn't be able to do by putting it on another console. So far, everyone's been really supportive for him. The console itself is fun and easy to develop for. As far as the type of game this is and the way controls are going to work out, it's a perfect fit. Suda51 will be using the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con in a number of ways in Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. The method of charging the beam katana from the original No More Heroes games will be returning, and you'll be able to play with a single Joy-Con controller. Suda51 intends to bring back features from the old games and potentially implement some new ones as well. So for those who don't know, there is a charging mechanism in No More Heroes 1 and 2 where you can shake the Nintendo Wii remote and you can charge up your beam katana in order to gain back its beam capabilities, because swords run out of charge. You You can get new swords that have more of a charge, but once the sword runs out of charge, the beam goes away, then you have to recharge it. And everyone who's played the game knows about that. So that's going to be making a comeback. So that pretty much confirms that there will be motion controls when it comes to the game. You're probably going to be able to slash with the Joy-Cons, and you're going to be able to play with the single Joy-Con as well, so you're going to be able to turn it on the side and play that way. Suda has also mentioned offhandedly that, hey man, that might make Travis be in Super Smash Brothers, so that will get him in there. And I would probably say that supporting the game and making sure, you know, you promote the game and making sure that this game stays on the Nintendo Switch as an exclusive, that's going to be more of a determining factor than anything, Suda. But I know he has close ties with Nintendo as far as who he talks to and everything like that, so I would love to see Travis Touchdown in the next Smash Brothers game. I think if this game is a success and people really go out there and pick it up, maybe we see that. But getting back to what he had to say here, I would say yes, absolutely. For what Suda likes to do, it's definitely a great fit. We've played other games from Suda. Obviously, he's made tons of stuff from No More Heroes. But who, out of all the different cast of characters, because he's made or helped out with Shadow of the Damned, he's done Lollipop Chainsaw, he's done a number of games. I think Let It Die is also his. I mean, there's just been a number of games that he's done. But who, in any of that arsenal of games that he's done after that, is as memorable and as loved as Travis Touchdown? There's not a single character in everything that he's done since No More Heroes that's as loved as Travis Touchdown. Travis Touchdown is the #1 character when it comes to fans, when it comes to everything. I mean, obviously, there's been other characters. I know the Lollipop Chainsaw Girl, that sold better, but it was on the PS3 and 360. That sold more than No More Heroes, at least the first game did. But at the same time, nobody's talking about Lollipop Chainsaw making a comeback or anything. Maybe some people are, but everyone's been waiting for No More Heroes and the return of Travis Touchdown. They love the style of him. They love his attitude. Just everything about him was just so dope back in the day, and the way that he played the game. So I think that bringing that back with the Nintendo Switch, having the motion controls the same way that you had it there, obviously providing optional button controls as well for those who want to turn it on the side and Joy-Con, and just like No More Heroes 2, you're probably going to be able to play it with the Pro Controller or something like that. So having that option, having the Nintendo Switch have Unreal Engine 4 where you don't have to create your own thing like you're doing with the Wii, you have the system and engine that's perfect for it. I think this is a perfect time to bring back Travis Touchdown when it comes to No More Heroes, because you can do more things with the Joy-Cons, you can do more things with the system itself. It's much more capable than what Nintendo has ever had before, and it is easy to develop on and program for, especially with all the tools that you have assisted to you and the way that the system is. It's tech that's already been out for years now at this point. So everything he's saying is pretty much falls in line, man. I'm excited for it. Obviously, you guys know this. I don't have to sit here and gush about how much I like No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2 and kind of how innovative and cool those games were. Despite being very flawed, they're both very flawed, but they're flawed gems. But they're definitely flawed gems. So let me know what you guys think about this here. Do you feel it's the perfect fit? And will you be picking up Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes? I'm pretty sure that I've said Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Been saying Travis Strikes Back every now and then, so no, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes on the Nintendo Switch. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier and be entered to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and Pokken Tournament DX. So support PE Lab and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, in the next video. Peace.
Travis is kill or be killed.